Okay, hello everybody. Looking forward to moving into this third module, our third week of online classes. Before I get started, though, I wanted to chat just a second or two with you about keeping up with the weekly modules in terms of completing the challenges. I've noticed that there are a number of people that haven't looked at or completed challenges 1 or 2 or from modules 1 or 2. I think it's important that you do your best to keep up. Otherwise, there could be a pileup at the end of the semester, either with trying to do a lot of individual challenges or with completing the end of semester challenge that I've already spoken to you all about creating. So I'm happy to do the end of semester challenge as I mentioned, but again, I think it will be easier overall if you can sort of keep up with things. I also can't adjust scores on quizzes until I know enough people have taken it. So I know in particular there was one question that was problematic in the last challenge for Module 2 that I will eventually be giving points to people for, but it's important that everybody that can take it does take them so I can ensure that everybody gets the points that they deserve for those. Okay, so in Module 3, we're going to be looking at intervening with treatment groups, specifically during that middle or the performance stage of the group. And ideally, what we'll be looking at is getting a handle on the kinds of interventions that address the intrapersonal, interpersonal, and environmental dimensions of group work. So it's important that by the time you're done, you have some idea about the different kinds of methods that can be used to, again, address things at that intrapersonal, interpersonal, and environmental level of working with the group. And ideally, at the end of this chapter, you'll have a better sense of really what's behind engaging in role plays with your group members. And certainly, I hope you understand why we use role play as part of developing skill sets in social work. The importance of role play can't be understated in that it really does kind of give a safe opportunity to practice new behaviors, whether it's practicing as a group facilitator or asking your group member to engage in a new kind of approach to managing a situation in their life that up until coming to group they really haven't had any opportunities to at least safely address. So the readings in the slides for this module are going to focus your attention to those kinds of techniques that, again, are about intervening with individual group members. Again, so with individual group members, we can certainly look at intrapersonal issues as well as interpersonal issues and environmental issues that are affecting that individual group member. And I hope that doesn't sound too confusing, but it really is this sort of it is important to grasp the idea that when we're facilitating groups, we really are operating at many levels simultaneously. So even though during the performing stage, which is what I'm talking about today, our role is diminished in that we're not as directive as we might be in those earlier stages of forming, storming, and norming, certainly what we need to be mindful of are things happening at that individual level, within the group level, in terms of the whole group, and the environmental level as well. So again, managing all of that, it's not easy, and it's important to be able to do that. So certainly interventions that we're going to be using at this point in our work with groups could be interventions that address things at the intrapersonal, interpersonal, or environmental level, and within each of those two, we can sort of look at those same three categories. At the end of the chapter, we look at certainly a really important area of group practice that sometimes is overlooked, and that really is about how to outside of group do what we need to encourage more referrals coming into the group, as well as getting agency support for group services, developing links with other agencies in the community, and certainly increasing community awareness of what it is we're there to do with our group and how it might alleviate some of the challenges faced by people in different organizations in our communities. So that's sort of it in a nutshell for this module. Please take time to read the chapter, review the slides, and then I believe there's 10 items on the quiz or the challenge for this week. So please complete that. And if you need anything from me, please send me an email. I'm happy to, again, Zoom with you during office hours, whatever would work. Just let me know. See you soon. Bye now.